again.
Attack the floodgate.
And this is another floodgate match. This is actually from about a week ago.
I have the orb.
And I've been very slow about posting this. This one has Bar in it. I think he's on our team this time. And I think this is one of the matches that he wanted me to post because he felt like we did pretty well in this one. It was pretty touchy. They get us down to about 20 points in this one, and then we have to come back from that. This is a standard opening. I'm going to the Prime. I usually go to the Prime on this map. Not only because it's an important thing to do, but also because, as I've mentioned before,
I've got the orb.
There's no way to guarantee teamwork in this game, so generally speaking, if you think something is really important to do, you're best off doing it yourself. And somebody definitely needs to go to the Prime at the beginning of these matches. So I generally do that because I kind of feel like if there's one thing that it's an absolute disaster if nobody does it, that's it, you know. I've been in matches where nobody on the team goes to the Prime, and it's a pretty horrible thing. Because the orb usually heads straight for center, and then he gets over to the center, and the Prime is completely unbuilt. So there's nothing he can do when he's there, and he's usually gonna die before he gets that orb back to the Prime. And he doesn't really want to take it back there anyway. He wants somebody to build the Prime so he can cap the center. Okay, let me get the hell out of here. I nearly died right there. You know, say I was trying to nick a few points off that Nemesis, but then the walker showed up on the other side of the way there and nearly got me. This is something I do a lot on Floodgate. I sit right here with the orb. And all I'm doing is I'm waiting. I'm watching that map and waiting for an opportunity to arise to cap the center or the flood, with at least some chance that the other orb is not going to show up at our Prime. In that case, it could probably be argued that I should have went to flood. There was a player over there screaming at me to go to the flood in that case, and maybe I should have did it. But I was extremely low on hit points. In fact, I wanted somebody else to take the orb right there, but there was nobody there to take it. And as low on hit points as I was, I didn't feel like there was any point in me going to flood because I was just going to die. This is our play to take the enemy Prime when the center's gone down. So really not playing too well.
Man the Nightshade.
I'm in position.
I'll probably concede that I maybe should have went to flood back there instead of going to the center, but I nearly got the center, which counts for nothing.
Bad news. I have the orb.
And I don't really think I would have been able to hold a flood either. Although it can be argued, I think, that there probably would have been other blue people with flood, and if I dropped the orb there, somebody else might have picked it up. Of course, there should have been blue people at the center too. Well, when you're playing, you make these decisions very quickly. And sometimes you jump the wrong way, but you try not to do that too often.
Grab the Redeemer.
Best thing to do, you know, if you're making wrong decisions and not playing too well, is just kind of back off a little bit, play defensively. Don't try to do anything Don't try to do anything too amazing. Just try not to screw up. Generally, that's the kind of the approach that I take. I'd like to get set up to tow that orb, but there's another Viper out there, and I think he might get him. Yeah, it looks like he's got a tow, but he's been shot down. Okay, well, let me try to support the Prime. I saw the orb coming in there and killed him before he could get up on the jump pad. Tech Pie. A newish player, but he's been showing up quite a bit, so that's always a good thing. It's nice when they make an effort. If he keeps it up, eventually he'll be good at it. We're still doing very badly here. We're going to slowly build it back up here. I don't like taking the Vipers if I'm not able to tow, this desperate. I don't think it really matters that much. And I'm gonna back up here and make a desperate attempt to take that. No, I can see that. There's no way I'm gonna shoot that down in that time left. So I'm just gonna go back to the prime.
Blue core flooding.
So we just lost another 20 points there. Which is gonna, or did we? I'm not even paying. I don't know. It's 3 in the morning. This is fucking bullshit. Oh god. Okay, we're about to cap our prime. I'm gonna try to shoot down the center. Okay. I'm just gonna suicide this vehicle. Well, I was gonna suicide the vehicle, but I decided since I'm okay, now would be a good time to suicide, but I'm too late. That's Cybus and that Nemesis, which is a bad thing. If Cybus is on the other team on this map, that's a bad thing. He's picked up a really nasty habit, and I haven't seen anybody else doing it yet, but I've been trying to do it once or twice. He'll take that Nemesis. If his team takes your prime, he'll take that Nemesis and drive it up onto them rocks opposite the core, and he can shoot the core directly with the Nemesis from over there. It's kind of a difficult spot to get to, but if you get there, you can take down the core really quickly. I haven't really seen anyone else with him doing that, but it's a really annoying tactic. Good idea to take down the Nemesis if you see him driving it on the other team.
I've got the orb.
And we've also got people on the other team perched up on the roof of that center building sniping people, which is a bad sign. That's the kind of thing that'll make me get into the walker here. I really don't like the walker, but it is good at taking down those snipers when they don't have support from a Nemesis like that. A Nemesis that probably has Cybus in it, I would imagine. That Nemesis is probably still there on the other side of that hill. I'm not doing too good at hitting people with this thing either. I'm trying to keep them coming up onto our... Yeah, this guy's trying to get an Avril into me. Okay, he's out. I don't see any snipers to shoot at, which is really the only reason I'm hitting this vehicle.
Roger that.
It looks like Reds, they got 40 seconds on that flood. They may not get 20 points on that, but they may also, yeah. I don't see anybody on our team doing anything about the flood. I wouldn't be surprised if they have a shade or something in that flood to cover it with. This would be a good time for me to head to the flood. Whoever's got that orb, I sure hope he's heading for the flood. I don't know where he's going. Yeah, he's going for it. Let's see if he gets it. No, the red orb is over there covering it. We ain't getting it. We're going to lose 20 points there for sure. Yeah, our orb's down. So yeah, this is about as tough as it gets on this map. You got snipers, you got people doing crazy things with the Nemesis. You got the other team locking up the center with just people on foot, and then holding the flood with the orb and the vehicles and stuff. Yes, it's pretty bad.
Man the Nightshade.
But if you got people on your team that are good enough, you can beat this kind of thing. We just took the center. It's just a matter of it comes down to deathmatch at that point. You just have to be better shooting down the other people, taking the nubs.
Attack
our orbs on the move. I just want to try to keep our prime from going down long enough for us to get that orb out to the center. The orb has been shot down. I really shouldn't have shot that hamster ball. Red people all over the flood trying to shoot it down. Let's see if I can take some of these people out. And just to finish up the first half, let's see how I completely screw up trying to deny an orb carrier. He's coming through this door. There he is. Miss, and a miss, and a... Oh!